Hello and welcome to a new Goulburn video. I haven't done any Goulburn videos for quite a while, walking or just tourist information like that for quite a while. Here I am at the southern end of the Mulwaree River Walking Track at the May Street end of it, and the beginning of here is the Peter Mole Reserve, and you can see by the sign Peter Mole was a council employee for many years. Moving on a little bit further, you see there are a number of markers and interpretive signs on this track, and the first one talks about the Rocky Hill Memorial, which you can see in the background there. These interpretive signs were placed there by the Rotary Club of Goulburn in conjunction with the Goulburn Mulwaree Council. And I think they're very useful in providing information about the various features of this path. Just here, looking at the right-hand turn where the path continues towards May Street and then across May Street to the Mulwaree Ponds track, which I'll put a link in the description so you can see that one as well. A little bit further along here, looking at the Mulwaree River, which is behind the trees there. Okay, so now we're at the railway viaduct. This is the main railway line, southern railway line, that crosses over this series of tunnels. It's called a viaduct. There's some information about it here, when it was built, and why some of the towers are no longer there, or why the towers are still there but there's no track on them. As the camera pans around, you can see how the tracks diverge, and there's an option for going up the hill here and taking some exits, taking an exit out into, I think it must be Mulwaree Street. Or continuing along the track along Mulwaree, the Fitzroy Flats. This track continues until Cemetery Street, where it joins an extension of the Mulwaree River track. This area is known as Fitzroy Flats, as it says in the sign here. And although I've lived in Goulburn for a long time, over 40 years, I was unaware of any plans to turn this area into an ornamental lake. I had sort of mixed feelings about whether that should happen, whether it should just remain as it is and flood when it floods, or become an ornamental lake which would be a place of recreation for people. This area, as shown in the sign, marks the place of the original crossing of the Mulwaree River in the early days of Goulburn settlement, and then looking back south towards in the direction we've come. Now looking north under the Sydney Road bridge as it is now, we've passed under the Sydney Road bridge, looking back south now. You can see by some of the debris up against the fence how high the water comes here when it floods and when it rains heavily, and the track is closed then. This is the old Goulburn Cemetery, one of many cemeteries in Goulburn. William Hovell the explorer is apparently buried in this cemetery. Of course, graves of many of the early settlers and early pioneers of the Goulburn district would be buried here. Looking east. Now, as you can see at the end of the track there, turning right will take you down behind the Goulburn Jail towards St Saviour's St Saviour's Anglican Cemetery. It is planned at some stage in the future, this is the Anglican Cemetery, and it's planned at some stage in the future to extend this track across the river, across the Mulwaree River, to meet up with the Joseph's Gate track, and therefore complete a loop of tracks around Goulburn. Well, thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope you found it informative.